I recently received a message on Instagram from someone offering me tens of thousands of followers. This person then added a whole load of new followers to my account against my will, and I deleted every single one. It took me hours, and let me explain why I did that. If you're trying to build an Instagram account, it can seem like the main goal is followers. That's pretty much the only measurable metric that lasts. And these days, it's actually incredibly difficult to build a following. So if someone could just click their fingers and increase your following numbers by a few hundreds or thousands in a vacuum, this seems like a pretty good idea. But I think I have a good way of explaining why it's not, and stick with me. So imagine that you're a comedian performing in a 500-seat venue, and there are only 75 people there, but they're all sat at the front and they're enjoying themselves. And then let's say that somebody could snap their fingers and add another 425 people to the venue, filling it. So it's a sold-out venue. You're performing to a sold-out crowd. The only downside is that these people won't laugh at your jokes, they won't interact with you in any way, and in fact, if you look closely, some of them are not even real people, they're just mannequins. Does this make you feel better as a performer? Does it make it easier to entertain the people who showed up because they're actually into it? And would it feel good to tell your fellow comedians, yeah, I performed to a sold-out venue last night? When I was a full-time musician, I read an amazing piece of advice that stuck with me for years. It was a blog post and it was titled, How to Play a Sold-Out Tour. And the first line said, book small venues. That was pretty much all I needed to read, and I thought that was the most incredible thing in the world. I've interpreted that in my own way and applied it to my life, because let me tell you something that's true, okay? The only thing that matters is how you feel about what you do. And playing to 100 people in a 50-person venue feels great. Playing to 100 people in a 1,000-person venue doesn't feel great. It feels different. Trust me, I've done both and every combination after that. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with social media followers? Now, I like to think of the venue size as my own expectation, and it's about knowing where you are on that journey. This channel, this YouTube channel, only got not fun when it started to gain a decent number of subscribers. It's still small compared to the big dogs, but it's big enough for the pressure to build. And with that in mind, why on earth would I or anyone intentionally inflate the number of social media followers, knowing absolutely certainly that those people will never interact with me ever? They just make it bigger. If you want to enjoy social media, if sharing things with people on social media is important to you, which it doesn't have to be, but if it is, focus on the people that show up. Embrace playing the small venue until that audience naturally grows in size. That, my friends, is my very me way of explaining why I turned down thousands of followers and deleted hundreds of the ones that this dude added. This person was trying to sell me a service. That's why he did it. He was proving to me that he could add thousands by adding 100, and they was going to try and make me pay for thousands. Even though I told him to do none of this, he did anyway, and that's the annoying thing with Instagram. You can't stop people doing this. But the point is, if you can remember that line, if you want to book a sellout tour, play tiny venues. It might do for you as it did for me and represent a lesson in perspective. So you can try and feel good about expressing yourself on the internet if that's something that makes you happy. The end. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next one.